Okay, this one's for Kim. I'm going to show you how to set permissions for each user. Permissions is what controls what your ProTracker users can see and what they can do. In ProTracker, there's users and there's employees. A user has access to the web app, which is also called the dashboards. And to be a user, you have to be assigned to a role. And each one of those roles has a set of permissions. So we're going to get into what these permissions are and how they affect the roles and the users in this video. You go to the users menu and it's a setup function. So you go to setup and here's your user roles. And you can set up all the roles that you want, custom roles, by clicking that right there, add a role. Very simple interface. So there's all the roles. And this is the email distribution list. This just shows what emails each one of these roles will get by default. You can turn them on and off here. And if a person is assigned to this role, once you assign them to the job, you can also control it at the user level, not just the role level. So we go to permissions. And here are all the roles that have been set up in this drop-down window. Choose the role that you want to affect. And you'll get all these menus. These are the menus. If you look up at the top, you'll see those are the menus, and they're also represented here. And if you were to, in this case, a sub-menu like this, you would see that in this column. So you can open everything up at one time by clicking that, and it shows you all the sub-menus for these main menus, or you can just do one at a time. Now we're going to turn on and off view and edit. This is what's common for every menu and sub-menu, is the ability to view it and then the ability to edit it. These across here are special things that only apply to specific menus, like time tracker. If we open up time tracker, manual punch and hours override, and submit to payroll and notify PM, these only apply to this menu. That's why they're up here. You won't see these with any other menu. So let's say I want everybody to be able to view all menus and sub-menus. All I have to do is click this and then click this. Now if I expand it, you'll see that everybody can view. Or if I click this, now you can see that no one can view. So I'm going to click it, and it's okay if everybody can see them. Maybe there's certain things you don't want people to be able to control, and you can do that by clicking that checkbox right there. Now in this scenario, this role can view all menus and sub-menus and the screens that are under those sub-menus, but this role can't do anything with it. If I check that box, then that role can, or I can just turn them off individually. Now I'm going to collapse all of this, uncheck. Notice this, when I check this box, it affects everything below this top row. This top row is special permissions. And as the name states, it's special. So the special permissions at this point are for a role to be automatically assigned to all jobs, for a role to be automatically assigned to all work orders. That means every time that a new work order comes in, if this person, safety coordinator, has this box checked, then every time a new work order comes in each day, that person will see it on their dashboard. They'll see it on their list of jobs and work orders. Same thing with the assigned all jobs. So where this really comes into play is with payroll administrators. A payroll administrator typically would see all jobs and all work orders, but that's just company specific, however you want to do it. Maybe you have it split up between two different people. So maybe you would have payroll administrator construction, payroll administrator service, and then you could select based on those two roles. Be sure that once you set the roles the way that you want them, you click the submit button. If you fail to do that, then all the work that you put into this may be lost. So in this case, Kim has asked, how do I turn off the hours override for every role? Here's how you would do it. You would actually have to pick each role and then click and unclick, and that way it's turned off. That's only affecting the time tracker board. So you see it turned it off, and then make sure you hit save. I'm not saving this one. So then if we go to the project manager, just to show you what's happening, the time tracker hours override is off. If I do that, it's going to turn it off and on. And that's the only box that this box affects. And that box is only applied to the time tracker menu. So you would have to continue to go through every role and turn off the override. I'm clicking it twice. The first one is to turn it on. The second click is to turn it off.